Hi there. This is the third video in the Welcome to Yoga series. Today we'll be taking the stretches and techniques that you learned in the first two videos up to the next level. There'll still be lots of tips and tricks to help you if you're brand new to practicing yoga. All right, folks, let's begin. Start standing in the center of your mat. Your palms can face forward. Take a deep inhale. Sigh out in an exhale. Inhale. And exhale, good. Reach the arms up overhead, inhale. Really lengthen the spine here. You can raise up on those toes for a little balance challenge. And then pedal out the feet and ankles. You can also do this down off your toes if it's a little tricky to balance today. Good, just building a little heat, a little mobility in the ankles. Drop back down, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And hold here. You can brace your hands on the thighs, on the ankles, or on the mat. And if you do have yoga blocks handy or some books, you can use those to make the stretch a little easier. Roll up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Good. A few more times like this. Roll up, inhale. Exhale, good, forward fold. Roll up, inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Roll up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Roll up, inhale. And exhale, deep forward fold here. Great, just hold. Again, you can brace yourself up on the thighs if you don't have blocks or if this is a tricky one for you. You can play with trying to straighten those knees. And then grab opposite elbows and gently sway side to side, releasing the tension from your upper back and neck. You can use the blocks here if that's helpful for you. Right leg is straight, left leg is bent, and we reach the right arm up to the sky. Spinal twist. Switch to the other direction, left arm reaches up. And let's go back and forth a few times here. Reach the right arm up to the sky, spinal twist. Just keep flowing this out, left arm up to the sky, spinal twist. Good. Right arm opens up. Left arm opens up. As you can see here, I played with my yoga blocks and I'm just trying to show that really any variation that works for you is completely fine. Okay, we're going to take a pretty deep stretch here. You might want to have a little towel or a little blanket handy if sometimes your knees hurt when they have a lot of pressure put down on the mat. Bring your left foot forward and your right foot back. And if the yoga blocks are handy, they're great just to give yourself something easier to hold on to. Coming into our hip flexor stretch here. A low lunge. I don't actually like using that towel, so I'm going to remove it. We're trying to feel a deep stretch along the right hip flexor here. We don't want to arch our back like I'm showing. We want to keep the core tight to support your lower back. And those blocks are great to help with balance. You can also come up a little higher. For a lot of people, if you're super tight in those hip flexors, it's good to start almost in a 90-degree position with your legs and then slowly deepen and relax into the stretch. Don't be worried if you're pretty far from the floor. I definitely did not start like this when I started yoga. If you don't have blocks, Feel free to put those hands down on the mat, or you can brace them up on the knee. Lots of variations here. They're tricky stretches, so you want to take what feels good for you. Pull back here, and then breathe. Inhale, come forward. Pull back, exhale. Breathe into it, release forward. Come back. Breathe, come forward. Just keeping a flow going here between the hamstring stretch and the hip flexor stretch. One of my favorite little combos. Pull the right knee forward and then tuck the left foot and leg over top. Use the right arm to hug the knee to your chest and the left hand to prop yourself up from behind. Doing a spinal twist here that we worked on in the first video. Just breathe. Good, release that twist. And come right up into your 4 position. Remember, our chest is open. We can keep the foot a little more extended or a little more bent, depending on our level, and we're going to wiggle it back and forth. Again, combining some of our techniques from videos 1 and 2 into a slightly more challenging video 3. Good. Release that 4 stretch. You can swing those legs to the side, and we just want to carefully come to a standing position, however works for you. I'm going to roll up. Good. And let's take it to the other side. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. You can grab those blocks if they're handy, or you can just place your hands on the mat or on your thighs or ankles. Good. Let's take it to the other side. So our left foot is going to reach behind into our lunge, while our right foot stays planted and forward. Again, if this bothers the back knee, feel free to place something underneath it. Come into your low lunge, wherever's comfy. Feel free to have something like blocks or a chair or a couch to help keep you up. And as you warm up or gain flexibility, you can start to deepen this stretch. We're not arching our backs, our core is tight, our upper body is straight up in the air. Once you find a comfy supportive position, just breathe into the stretch. I'm just showing a few more variations here where you can place your hands depending on what props you have or what feels good on your body. This side is actually really stiff for me, so I'm definitely going to use those blocks to help give myself a little extra prop from the floor. Push this back and then bring it forward. Exhale back. Inhale, come back into your lunge. Exhale back. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, push back. Inhale, low lunge. Good. Exhale, come back. Inhale, low lunge. Great. Let's remove the blocks and then just tuck that left knee up towards the front and swing the right leg over. We use the left arm to hug the knee to the chest and the right arm to support ourselves from behind. And hold your spinal twist, probably stretching your bum and your lower back. You can see me taking some deep breaths here. Good. So you're going to release that twist. Keep the feet where they are so they come into a 4 pose. Again, we can extend the lower foot depending on your level. Gently rock the legs side to side, giving a little movement to this hip and glute stretch. Good. You can release the stretch. And again, we're just swinging those legs gently to the side so we can carefully come up to our standing position. Release, roll up. Come to the center of your mat facing the camera. Doesn't matter really which way you go, but I am going to cue with the left toes facing the front of the mat and the right toes facing the camera. Good. So my core is tight here. I'm not arching my lower back. I'm nice and straight, sort of like if there was a wall in front and behind me. Reach up, inhale, exhale, open the hands and bend the left knee. You can play with how deep you can come into this one. You're just holding, you have strength in those arms, strength in the supporting legs, feet are grounded into the mat. Good. Flip the left palm up and use it to lead yourself back into a happy warrior. So we've been working on our lateral stretches. It's a great warm-up and practice for this pose right here. Release and just take the stretch to the other side, bracing yourself on the left thigh. If you want to deepen it, you can also brace your forearm on the left thigh. Good, great, strong lengthening stretch here. Let's come back to our warrior two. Straighten that left knee. And we're just going to flip the right toes now to go to the other side. Bend the right knee and come into your warrior two pose. It's okay if you need to wiggle around a little bit. It takes some time to get used to this position. Right, my core is strong, my arms are strong, and I'm looking over those right fingertips. Good, and just breathe here. Flip the right palm up and use it to lead yourself back into happy warrior. Beautiful, very graceful pose, strong and lengthening. Let's flip it to the other side. Again, bracing ourselves on the right thigh with our hand or our forearm. Beautiful. Let's come up into our warrior two. We're going to straighten both legs, flip the toes to the front, and just carefully heel toe your feet to come back to the center of the mat. Great job, everyone. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Let's walk our hands and our feet to opposite ends of the mat to come into a plank pose. With a nice tight core, drop the knees, bend the elbows, and let's take a slow tricep push-up to lower ourselves to the mat. Extend the legs and the toes. Push the palms or the fingertips into the mat. Come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, release to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, push all the way back into your child's pose here. If you'd like, we'd learned that we can use a bolster or a pillow to prop up your child's pose. You can also use some blocks or whatever you have handy. Again, this is just help take some of the gravity off the intensity of a stretch. Hold your child's pose, relax here. Just neutralizing the spine after our gentle cobra pose. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release the tension from your lower back, from your upper back, from your neck. Good. Let's slowly bring some wiggles back into those fingers and roll up. And remove the blocks or bolster if you used it. And face the front of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Thank you so much. Namaste, folks.